Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Erica and today we have a book haul. So the last time I did a book haul was 2 months ago and I've accumulated quite a few books for someone who's not supposed to be buying books, but May was my birthday month. So some of these were birthday presents, a majority fantasy romance. There's a couple contemporary romances, but it's mostly fantasy romance. Just a heads up in case that's not your thing. No order, I'm just gonna pick off the stack. I have The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Chrissa Broadbent. This is the second book in the Crowns of Nyaxia series. This follows Aurea and Rain. This is the continuation of their stories. I already read this and loved it. So yes, this is the first book I have by Miss Chrissa Broadbent. Another book I've already read is Reckless by Elsie Silver. This is the fourth book in the Chestnut Spring series following Winter and Theo. Winter is the sister to Summer from the first book, and it's kind of like her redemption story. She's definitely like a villain character in that first book, and yeah, I loved this book so much. This is not a book review, but yeah, it's a good one. This is secret baby, surprise pregnancy, like a golden retriever hero, a girl with like a damaged past. It's really good. And Elsie's covers are gorgeous. I love them so much. Another book I read and I have a vlog on if you want to check out my thoughts is Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. I have the pretty edges. This book I ordered on Amazon like right when it came out, and then it kept saying that it was shipped, but it wasn't coming when they said it was gonna come, and none of my status updates were updating, so I was like, I'm just gonna cancel the order because it's clearly not coming. And then I went to my local bookstore and they had one copy left and I snagged it. So I'm thankful that I got it because I know people have had a hard time getting their hands on it. But yeah, this is about a girl who goes to this like dragon riding academy. She always thought she would be a scribe, but her mother is like, you're not going to be a scribe, you're going to be a dragon rider like everyone else in the family. So she goes to train for it. There is like a hate to love type of romance and dragons, and yeah, that's Fourth Wing. Next, I have this book that I know nothing about. I just saw it at Walmart and I'm pretty sure it's a YA fantasy romance, and that is House of Salt and Sorrows. This was only $6.99, which is why I decided to get it. And Stephanie Garber blurbed it, and I love her. Sounds like it's going to be a fantasy romance with a mystery element in it. It sounds really good and mentions ghosts. So that's exciting. To sum it up, it says 4 of her sisters there was 12 sisters, 4 of them have died, and they're basically trying to uncover it, and like I said, it mentions ghosts and stuff, so this sounds fun. Then I have a book I'm in the middle of reading. That is Fear the Flames by Olivia Rose Darling. This is a book about a girl who is born a princess, and when she's born, she bonds with 5 dragons, and her father, the king, doesn't like this because he's afraid that she's going to overthrow him with the power of her dragon, so he locks her away in a dungeon for like 10 years, and finally she escapes, and she goes to this like hidden village and becomes the queen there. The commander that's from the place that is like enemies with her dad's kingdom approaches her to work together to go against her dad, and it's their romance, and there's lots of great banter, and I'm really enjoying it. So that is Fear the Flames. So I got Final Offer by Lauren Asher. This is the 3rd book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. I've read the first one. I haven't read the second one yet, but when I saw this there, I just decided to grab it because I knew I'd want it eventually. This is a chunker. I don't know much about this other than I think it has some substance abuse. It follows the brother Cal. It's friends to lovers, I think. Or maybe friends to enemies to lovers, but everyone loves this book in the series the most, so I'm definitely excited to get to it when I'm in a contemporary mood again. Okay, then for my birthday, I got some presents from my friends. So I got Gothicana by Runic. Thank you so much, Anna. She wrote a little note that I have in here. So I'm so excited to get to this. I did pick this up and read a couple of chapters of like last month, but then I decided to save it for fall because it's 100% like a fall time book. So I'm going to save it for then. I was enjoying what I read, but the vibes are just like definitely fall. I was bad and I didn't update my Amazon wish list, and I bought a book that was on there in a bookstore and then didn't take it off my wish list. So Victoria sent me that book. I feel awful that I didn't update it. So she sent me that book for my birthday. So I just told her what happened and I exchanged it, and I ended up getting Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. I'm so excited for this. It is in my 5-star prediction video, so I hope to get to it very, very soon. I know this is a new adult fantasy romance. I don't really know much of what this is about other than a girl who's taken prisoner to save her brother, and she's using like a rare kind of magic to heal people, I think. And there's a romance in there somewhere, but it sounds like a very kind of basic fantasy romance plot, but I've heard really amazing things about it, so I'm definitely excited to get to this one. Thank you so much, Victoria. Okay, next I got Silver in the Bone by Alexandra Bracken. I don't know anything about this other than it's a new release from Alexandra Bracken. I haven't read anything from her in the past, but I just saw this and decided to pick it up. I love a good YA fantasy. I hope to get to it soon because I like to read new releases pretty soon after they come out. Next, I have the Fairy Loot edition of In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. This is a stunning edition. I really love. This is like a science fiction Pinocchio retelling. I mean, obviously fantasy too, but it sounds really cute. I have read The House in the Cerulean Sea by TJ Klune before and thought it was really cute. I have not read any of his other books, but I'm excited to give this a try. Never read a Pinocchio retelling before. Then I have Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. This is in the world of her Nyaxia series, but it's following different characters. It's a complete standalone. Yeah, it's a fantasy romance. Obviously, they end up falling in love. It's by Carissa Broadbent, and I'm very excited about it. The chapter headings are pretty, but this is like author collab that Carissa Broadbent and a bunch of other authors did to each write a book, and it's Mortal Enemies to Monster Lovers. So I wanted to buy all of the books in that series. One, they're gorgeous, and two, I feel like it was a good way to try out new fantasy romance authors. The lighting's getting weird. I'm sorry about that. But the only author that I've read from before in that collab is Carissa Broadbent, so I really wanted to try out the other ones to see if I liked them. So I have Slaying the Shifter Prince by Claire Sager. This cover is gorgeous. I don't know anything about these, and I don't really want to. I want to go into them basically blind, so I'm not going to tell you a synopsis. But, yeah, I know that these standalones in this series are set in the author's fantasy worlds that they have in series they already have going. So I think it'll be a good way to test out some new authors. I'm really excited about it. And these covers are so gorgeous. This one is Slaying the Frost King. I think this is my favorite cover by Candace Robinson and Elle Beaumont, I think is her name. Again, know nothing about this, but I do know it's gorgeous. This is the shortest one too. I am really excited for this. It looks gorgeous. I also need to get, there's another one that's out that I don't have yet, and then another one that's coming out in August, I think. So I am going to get that whole series. Then I got books 2, 3, and 4 in the Zodiac Academy series. So it's Ruthless Fae, The Reckoning, and Shadow Princess. So I started this series last month, and I've been having a really good time with it. So I wanted to buy a couple more. I'm gonna buy the whole series eventually, but I didn't want to buy them all at once. So yes, Zodiac Academy is about 2 girls, they're twins, that they have a really hard life. Their parents died, and they get approached by this man one day telling them that they're actually Fae royalty and that they need to come to Zodiac Academy to claim their inheritance. So they go, and when they get there, they're bullied by these 4 heirs that have been like assigned to take over the throne one day since the 2 Fae princesses were missing. So there's a lot of tension, and it's a bully romance, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun with it so far. Next, I have Bewitched by Laura Thalassa. This is her newest release, and I cannot wait to get to it. I don't know much about this either, other than it's a fantasy romance that involves witches, and I love Laura Thalassa. I've seen kind of mixed reviews on this, but I still think I'll really like it because the Bargainer series also has kind of mixed reviews, and I really like that series. So I feel like I'm going to like this one too. Next, I got a physical copy of The Witch Collector. I bought this book on Kindle like 6 months ago, and then I decided I wanted physical copies because the second book in this series especially is gorgeous. So I bought this, especially I just heard Rachel from Raven Haired Reader pick this up and love it, so that made me kind of push it up on my TBR. And all I know about this is it follows witches, and this man, the witch collector, comes and steals a witch every year, I think, or every 10 years. It doesn't say, but this man comes, collects witches. The main character's sister had been taken by the witch collector, and she's kind of like plotted her revenge or something for when he comes back, and it's their romance, I think. Next, I have Entangled by R. Phillips. I literally know nothing about this except for I saw someone's really good review for it, so I added it to my Amazon wish list, and then somebody I know in my personal life read it and was obsessed with it, so then I decided to buy a copy. I literally know nothing about it, other than I'm pretty sure it involves a love triangle, and I love love triangles, so I'm excited for this. And that is all of the books that I have to share with you today. I hope you enjoyed this book haul, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!